So you want to be a painter? Let me give you a few tips for painterly happiness and success. My first tip is preparation. Having your paint squeezed out before you get started really helps your process. Plan your painting out before you start. So right now I'm planning mine. I'm going to make this little painting of devotion at Morro Bay. I don't normally start with charcoal, but I'm going to do it this time because I'm not sure if this is going to fit, so I'm going to play with it a little bit. Accept a lifetime of studenthood. You're always learning when you're painting, and it never stops. Learn to be your own best critic and counsel. Now, on a personal level, I can say that two of the closest people to me who I valued their opinions the most were really the most critical. I knew I had potential, I knew it was going to get better, and I also knew what I liked. And I had those people telling me that they didn't like what I liked. The aspects of my paintings that I really enjoyed, they didn't enjoy. So, ultimately, I guess I ignored those people mostly, but I also changed things because of their recommendations, and I don't feel like that was the right decision. I can look at photographs of my paintings from a long time ago and think, oh, that wasn't so bad. It just needed a little bit of this or a little bit of that. But I've thrown them away. I've broken them up. And I feel like it was a shame, and I thought I should have stuck to my own counsel about what I wanted and what I was painting and what I liked and what was valuable. That should have been my call. And I should have had the strength to make that call. Well, for one thing, you pay a fee to enter a show. And there's a lot of online shows nowadays. And there's a certain group in the state where I live that you pay $30 or $35 to enter the show. And then you get a little letter saying they didn't accept you, but they keep your $35. I've spent a lot of money doing that. And it doesn't mean that the art wasn't okay. And I know they're trying to weed everybody out and get it down to just a few for the judges, but it's kind of a waste of money. And then if you're entering shows all the time, you're spending money, and you're also trying to paint things that are trendy that you think might do well. Do take occasional workshops from competent professionals. Now, you will find that if you take classes from certain artists because you admire their work, basically you're painting things the way they paint them. So if you take a lot of workshops, you're trying to paint the way this artist paints, and then if you went a week later to another one, then you're trying to paint the way that artist paints, it gets a little confusing. But be careful about what workshops you go to. Try to pick some you really admire, that you've been watching their art, you really would like to emulate them. And the other thing is those workshops are expensive, so choose wisely. But do try to learn on a person-to-person basis. It's very helpful. If you do decide to be commercial, in other words, sell your paintings in galleries, find effective and motivated dealers in cities outside where you live. Give them geographic protection. So in other words, if you were going to Ojai, California to get in their gallery, tell them that you won't sell your work in any other gallery in Ojai, California. They like that. Run the commerce side of your business like a mutual fund, and don't become dependent on just one stock. Follow your nose, not your dealer's. Be prolific. If you want to be a fruit vendor, you've got to have a lot of fruit. Know that no matter what happens in your art career, most of the joy is in the craft. Have fun. Be philosophic about art trends and fashions and the often perceived unfairness of the game. Just keep keep working at it. Follow your own nose. It is a good guide for a lot of things in life, and above all, know that quality will always be in style. Give generously of yourself, but don't burn up all your creativity by teaching. Accept your gift, neither an ogre or a patsy bee. And the last one is, go to your happy place. Go to your place where you can paint, be by yourself, be in your own head, relax, and create. There is nothing more rewarding. Happy painting!